So what's up everybody, this is going to be my Black Clover 325 predictions. I think this chapter is going to be showing off Lucifero's power. I think we're going to see a lot of spells from him. Also, we might get explained as to what the devil language is, because we've been seeing this quite a few times. Vito did it when he was fighting the Black Bull members in the arc that was the Seabed Temple, I believe. And then we also see him with Zagreth. We're probably going to see a lot of unison between the four characters that are just fighting against Lucifero. Maybe Noel might pop by. So let's get into my Black Clover 325 predictions. First of all, if you like anime, manga reviews, discussion, spoilers, and theories, definitely hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe. I'm rebuilding the channel, so they should hit me with false copyright strikes. I learned the hard way, they don't follow the rules, what copyrights means in America. They follow their own rules in Japan. So if you want to support the channel, just hit the like button, subscribe, comment. I'm also creating a Patreon, so be on the lookout for that. It would be highly appreciated. Black Clover 325. Obviously, this chapter is going to be focused on Lucifero and him showing off his new form. I think this new form of his is going to make him more agile, just from the look of it. To me, his body looks a little bit more aerodynamic. I think Lucifero is going to do some very cosmic level attacks. I don't know how Yami, Asta, and Yuno are going to actually withstand the attacks that Lucifero does, because even though he's at 50%, he still is on another level. There is a possibility that a divine being does come in and interferes with this battle, depending on where Tabata wants to go with the story. I do believe that there's going to be either a divine being come in, or possibly Yuno gets to a whole nother level with Sing Stage and he can be another factor, because at this point we know that Yami and Not can hurt Lucifero. Asta clearly can hurt Lucifero with the anti-magic, but Yuno, he can't really hit him yet. So I think at this point Yuno might end up mastering Sing Stage. It might not be in this chapter, but within the fight itself, I think he's going to actually understand what Sing Stage is, and he's going to be able to control it at his will, versus just him unlocking it in his fight with Xenon and kind of just being unconscious about it, because it seems like he's not really aware of it too much. However, I do believe Lucifero will start showing out new attacks. I said this before, I think he's going to start doing the devil language that we saw before with Vito and Zagreth. I think there might be some snippets of information that he might throw out talking about devil language is the language that makes their spells even more powerful. If he starts doing that, I don't see how the current cast can actually pull this off. But you know, with Yami's Black Moon and him being able to somehow negate Lucifero's gravity, plus Asta's anti-magic. However, what happens if the new attacks Lucifero does affects Yami's Black Moon? Lucifero's attacks can even affect those within that spear that negates the gravity magic. I could definitely see another devil union happening with Not. Most likely will be mixing the chicken devil with Gilmatelmo. I think we already seen the chicken devil with the cat devil. I believe Not used that when he was fighting the twin devils, Lilith and Nahima. So it's a big possibility we'll see that in this chapter. I think Asta can still do devil union. I just think Libe's knocked out. Maybe Libe wakes up in this chapter, or somehow Asta's able to communicate with him even if he's knocked out, maybe by telepathically, and Libe wakes up from that, versus just Libe waking up randomly. I think Asta still has one more minute in the devil union, and that's probably going to be used towards the end of the battle. Most likely going to see him use the devil union with the demon slasher katana. I said this before in other videos, we actually haven't seen the devil union with the demon slasher katana in action yet. We only see him do one strike. We haven't seen it in combat. I said this before, but it may be a possibility that Asta using the demon slasher katana ends up him becoming faster. When he uses it in combat, he can move faster because he doesn't have to deal with the weight of the demon slayer sword, demon dweller sword. From what I remember, those swords are pretty heavy. Just like in Bleach, when Ichigo went Bankai, his sword became smaller. I can see that happening in Black Clover because it's very similar. The demon slayer sword looks a lot like Ichigo's original sword, you know, the normal form, and then the Bankai looks like the demon slasher katana. I wouldn't be surprised if Asta is able to move a lot faster and do multiple strikes, multiple cuts within a small time frame. I think Yami, because he's using a sword with World Tree magic, I truly believe once he starts infusing darkness more into the sword and he does the dimensional slash, there's a possibility that it might have to do with the Trikafal off ritual, and that might be key to defeating Lucifero when he does a dimensional slash and hits him, because maybe parts of Lucifero can go back into the underworld, or it could actually cut him and affect him. Something that I've been wondering a lot is, where's Noelle? We see that she was with the Black Bull base, but afterwards she hasn't been around, and I wonder if Tabata is saving her for a reason. Maybe she comes up in Saint Stage and maybe helps Yuno learn a little bit more about Saint Stage, because I'm not entirely sure that Yuno knows 100% what Saint Stage is, and maybe Udine speaks to Yuno and he learns a little bit more, and seeing Noelle in her spirit dive might actually help. And maybe that's what Tabata is saving Noelle for. It would be really interesting to see her play a part in the final fight of this arc. You know, there's just so many things that Noelle should be doing that I just find it kind of weird that she just disappeared. Maybe a captain or two might wake up. I know people have been telling me that Mariona might end up getting back into the battle. She's a beast in her own terms. So that's pretty much my predictions. Let me know what you think about my predictions. What do you think is going to happen Black Clover 325? Do you think that Lucifero might end up mentioning a little bit more of this devil language that we've been hinted throughout the series? Do you think we're going to see spells from Lucifero in this chapter? Where do you think that devil language come from? Why do you think the devils can speak the human language? Where do you think Noelle is at? Do you think she's going to join the battle? Do you think we might see a new devil union form? If not, like if you like the video, comment, subscribe, and I'm out of here.